Hello, my lovelies. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're okay. Hope everyone is well. And I hope you all had a lush weekend. We've been rushed off our feet this morning. I don't know what happened. I think somebody, all of you went, oh, we're going to go and visit White Gecko this morning because we literally haven't stopped. The shop has been crazy busy. It really has. But that's not a bad thing. That's always really good. So, and it's lovely to see people, actually see people as well, which is lovely. What are we up to today? We're going to do a block today. I'm starting on Halloween. Sorry, guys. Hi, Claire. How are you, darling? So we're going to do a little pumpkin block today. I have put the pattern on our website. It's there as a digital download for you. We can do paper copies if anybody wants them, but it's definitely on there as a digital. And if you want to, I will put a little fabric bundle. I'll talk about that in a moment, but I can do that as well for anybody who wants to. Hi, Kate. How are you, lovely? I had a lush weekend. It was busy. Yeah, lots done. I finished the all fenced in. I'll show you. Oh, it's in the front room. Do you want to see it? Shall I grab it quickly? I did finish. I finished the quilt along. I promised I would. I'll just grab it. 2 seconds. Hang on. There we go, I'm back. Right, hang on, I'm going to have to move some stuff so I can show you this because it's big. It is big, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I did put a picture up in Gigglers, so just to prove that I did it, I promised I would finish it, and I did finish it, okay? So it's done. The whole thing is done. There is a mistake on it, but I'm going to go with it. I turned one of the rows when I was stitching it all together, and these two weren't supposed to be next to each other. They were supposed to be on opposite ends, but never mind. It's done. It's done. There is a picture on Gigglers if anybody wants to see it in full, because I can't get it. It's too big. It needs 2 people to hold it up. But I'm actually going to put, because I want it for like a king size bed, I'm actually going to put a big white border on it, and then at some point quilt it. At some point I'll quilt it. But there is a full picture. I got the kids to hold it out like that for me yesterday so I could take a picture. Hi Eileen, hi Linda, hi Patricia, who else is there? Hello my darling. So yeah, it's done. You got no excuses now. I've done mine. You guys got to get on with yours, all right? So let's go to the overhead. What we're going to do today, gold star for me. Absolutely. Actually, well, half finished a project. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make one of these little pumpkin blocks. Okay, so it looks like this. It's really nice and simple. It makes an 8.5 inch unfinished block. Okay, like that. And if you do 4 of them, I thought they'd make a really nice cushion front, like a bit of a autumnal, cushion, maybe, if you do Halloween or you just want a little bit of a change. But it would also, if you made maybe 6 or so, be really nice along the centre of a table, So, oh, excuse me. Oh, dearie me. Don't know where that one came from. So, what I'm going to do, if anybody wants it, I'll put it onto the website in daily deals. I'll do a little fat 8th bundle, which will have 6 different oranges in it, a brown and a green. Okay, so you'll have 8 fat 8s in there. What we'll do, so it's £8, 150. I'll do it for £8 basically. So you get it's £1, okay? But I'll do it. I'll put it on as a pumpkin. Fat 8th bundle, which will give you 6 different oranges, a brown and a green. So, because orange is something a lot of people may not have in their scraps, but you only need a little bit. All right. So what you're going to need is 6 different orange strips. Okay. It could be, I suppose, 3. You could have them doubles if you wanted to. So I've gone with sort of a variety of orange strips. Okay. And they are 1.5 by 5.5. You're going to need a 1.5 inch square in a brown, and you're going to need a 1.5 by 3 inch in a green. And then in whatever background fabric you choose, I mean, I think this would look lovely in, maybe rather, I did it in navy, so it really, because I like navy and orange together. But, oh, my nails match as well. But it would look lovely with a charcoal grey or a black against it as well. Something dark, I think, to make them pop, the oranges. So from your background fabric, you want 6 1.5 inch squares. And then you want 2 strips which are 1.5 by 6, and then 2 strips that are 1.5 by 8. Okay, so we're going to start real simple, and we're just going to chain piece these strips together. Okay, along the long edge, we're going to do them into pairs and then put the pairs together. In fact, actually, I don't want that one there. I'm going to swap that one. I'm going to have that one in the center, like that. There we go, like that. Okay, so arrange my little strips, and we're going to stitch them together. So I'm going to pop them together, right sides together, like that. There we go. And then over to the machine, and a 1/4 inch seam allowance along one of the long edges. All right, so hi Freddie, how are you, lovely? There we go, over onto the machine, darling. So this is, this is a really quick little block as well. Once you've done all your cutting, it goes really fast. You know I don't like slow blocks. You know I don't like anything that takes ages to do. Can't be bothered with all that. I like fast things. Okay, so away I go. It's 1/4 inch all the way down, and we're going to chain piece these, and then we're just going to make a little stripy rectangle basically. Goes the next one, just line those back up. So how has everybody been? Have you all been well? Has anybody been up to anything exciting over the weekend? What did we do? I sewed all weekend actually, but and yes, all day yesterday as well. Getting ready for, I wrote a couple of patterns as well. Getting ready for a chat and a Crate and Craft in a couple of weeks. Off to Harrogate now on Thursday, so we'll be packing the van and all soon, getting all that sorted. Hi Marion, how are you, lovely? There we go. So, how did everybody get on with their ribbon border? For those of you who are doing it, right? So I'm just going to open these out. I'm not going to iron it. I'm going to iron it as one. I'm just going to add them back together. They've probably all gone out of order now, but never mind. Doesn't really matter. The nice thing about this, it can be completely scrappy. Okay. All the way down that one. Sorry you're late again. Oh, that's all right, lovely. It's fine. Nobody goes into detention here. Here we go. So we're going to do that down that way. Just adding these little scraps together to make a little stripy rectangle. I suppose you could mile a minute this with all your oranges, but I like the stripes because they kind of mimicked that. Hang on, back over here. They mimicked the what's the word? Like the segments, didn't they, that you get on a pumpkin? Okay, so it doesn't really matter how you iron this, but I'm just going to iron it all one way. So we're just going to gently iron that out. Here we go, like that. So we've had lots of people come in today, booking on classes and stuff, which is lovely. Don't forget we've got a stained glass class in November, which is November the 4th, if anybody wants to join us. It's going to be 2 different types of stained glass, a pieced stained glass and then a fusible one as well. Are you taking the group quilt to Harrogate? I am, lovely. It's already up there. It should hopefully be being hung today because they hang the quilts like the day before set up. So it should all be going up today. So I'll be able to show you hopefully on Thursday while we're setting up. I'll be able to find it. Right, on all of the little background 1.5 inches, okay, I'm just going to draw a diagonal line because all of them are going to be altered blocks. So I'm going to do a diagonal line on each of these. Doesn't matter which way at the moment. I suppose unless your fabric's directional, but I don't ever use directional background fabric. Confuses my poor little brain. I've got to try and make sure it's the right way up. Yeah, Nikki, it's definitely, well, it's already up there. They've got it, they've received it. It will be hung up and you'll all be able to see it when I get up there and show you guys. And then we will take it to Malvern with us as well. I mean, obviously it can't go into, there's no competition at Autumn Malvern, but we will take it and put it on the stand as well. So you're going to use 4 of these just to alter the corners of this little stripy rectangle. So basically you're going to put them in the corner like this, and you want to make sure that they change direction. So they're going like that on that one, and then like that there and there. So you're kind of snowballing it, okay? So they're going that way and then that way, all right? Where's my pins gone? I've lost Dave. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, so I am gonna pin these into place because it's easier. We are going to stitch on the line, but as ever, as I've said lots and lots of times before, don't stitch directly on the line. Stitch just to the edge. I mean, you're going to the needle's going to touch the line, but on the corner side of the line. Okay, it just gives you that little bit of extra wiggle room. Here we go, and that one, like that. And then we're going to stitch down on those lines, okay? So back over we go. What's that, Carol? You've done the border. I did it scrappy, so the corners are still confusing you. Oh, bless you. So with the corners, lovely, if you've done it scrappy, you need to make sure that the beginning and the end one, big triangle, the mid-tone, is always the same fabric. And then you can do the half square in the same one. Does that make sense? So if you've done, say, a red, the one at the very beginning and the one at the very end of the 16 both need to be red, so that your half square needs to be red as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, so I'm stitching down the line, but I'm going just this side of the line each time. If anyone's interested, I'm going to try and do a group quilt. Ready for May's Malvern. So if you'd be interested in joining in again, I think we're going to do another group quilt for May. So I will be doing details of what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks. Although my eldest, he's a cheeky bugger, he really is. I was talking to him and I couldn't do something he wanted me to do this week. I said, I'm really sorry, crazy busy week. In fact, it's a crazy busy 2 months. We literally are not going to stop for 2 months now. And he was just like, well, it's about time you did some work. You've been slacking for the last 3 weeks. I was like, oh! Big smiley faces, obviously, when he texted me back. I was like, you cheeky bugger. But it is true. I had a couple of weeks off, didn't I, with holidays and stuff. And now it's all come back to haunt me. There we go. Okie doke. So I've just sewn all round of those. We'll come back over here. You're concentrating on making your fussy cut mandalas. Oh, lovely. That sounds fab. I'd like pictures of those, please, when you're done. So what you can do, now I'll always check before I cut anything off. I always iron it out and check, because I have been known to sew it wrong. And it just means that once you've cut it, it's a real pain. You've messed it all up. So just double check. So I iron it out first, like that. And like that. And make sure that they're all going the right way, which they are. Okay. And then you can chop off the excess bit there. Okay. So as ever, some people like to just chop off this middle bit and keep that bit to stabilize. I don't bother. I don't think it's necessary. But if you want to, you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to chop off those excessy bits like that. And somebody very noisy out there doing their garden. It sounds like they've got a chainsaw or something going. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That's my little stripy rectangle that's all been altered. Like that. Okay, so we're going to put that aside for now. And then we're going to take the little green rectangle, which is 1.5 by 3. And the other 2 background squares, now this might be difficult for you to see because the pen I've used is quite, that you want them to be going the same way. So always from bottom right to top left on these ones. Okay, the lines are going to be parallel to each other. So the first one's going on like that. Okay, like there. And I'm going to stitch on the line. And when the next one goes on, the line is going the same way. Okay, because basically what we're making is this little leaf shape. So you want the lines to go the same way. So back over we go. Hi Lynn, how are you, lovely? Hope you had a wonderful moon and mini moon. I did. It was fantastic, thank you. We had an amazing time in Catalonia, and we had an amazing time in Amsterdam. It was just, it's been the most wonderful couple of weeks. It really has. Really beautiful. How was your retreat, Lynn? Because you were away at a retreat this week, weren't you? Weekend. Hopefully you had a good time, darling. There we go. Sian has sent out all the emails, the balance emails for our retreat in November. So a lot of you I know have had them. Right, I'm just putting this one on like that, and it's going the same way, okay? I know a lot of you have had them, but there's just reminders gone out about the our retreat in November. There's 2. We've got back-to-back retreats in November. So if anybody hasn't had an email and you're expecting one because you're on one of the retreats, let us know, because we do end up in a lot of people's junks folders. So you can see I've made that little leaf shape like that. So back over we go. Like that. Again, iron before you cut. Just make sure it's all good. Like that. There we go. And then I'm fine, so I can just chop off that excess. There we go, like that. Now, you could size this up if you wanted to. There's no reason why you couldn't use a jelly roll for this. You know, you could use jelly roll strips for these. That might be quite nice as well. So, let me just give that a very quick press. You're having a morning nap. Oh, were you a busy Benny, were you, darling? Oh, I've missed a piece of background fabric. You also need another piece as well. I didn't cut it. You need a piece that is it 1.5 by 3 or 3.5? I'm going to cut 3.5. Oh, right. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to stick. Let me just measure it. Hang on, 2 seconds. I've forgotten a piece of background fabric. 3. You need a piece of background fabric that's 1.5 is 3, the same size as the leaf. So I'll just cut that as well. Apologies, I missed a piece when I was cutting. Here we go. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to basically make the top of the pumpkin. So you're going to put your leaf on, and then your little 1.5 inch stalk, and then your piece of background, which is 1.5 by 3. And we're going to put all these together. So that's going to go right sides together there, like that. And then that's going to go on the other side of the brown. Yeah, still, it was very busy, still recovering, but you had an absolute ball, laughed all weekend. Ah, isn't that just perfect? I love that. I absolutely love that. It's part of the fun of going on a retreat, isn't it? It's not just like sitting and learning new things and crafting all together and everything. It's the fact you're with like-minded people who just you can have a laugh with. It's brilliant. There we go. And then we're going to put this one on the other side of the brown to make the top of the pumpkin, the little stalk and leaf. Oh, come on. Hang on. There we go. There we go there. Okie doke. Right. Back over we go. And I'm going to iron it towards the stalk each time. So I'm going to just turn that because of the bulk. It's easier like that. And then that is going to sit on top like that. Okay, so we're going to pop that on there, on the top of that stripy rectangle. If I cut that wrong. I think it was 3.5, not 3. Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to fudge it. It won't matter. It should have been 3.5, not 3. See, this is what happens when you don't prep it. Well, I did prep it, but I forgot a piece and my book's over at the shop. That's fine. I can get away with that. I'm going for it. No one's ever going to know, not when it's quilted and it's a cushion cover. Okay, so there we go on this one. I could steal a little bit back from the stalk, I suppose, but it's fine. I can get away with it. It's 3.5. It's on the pattern. I've definitely written it right on the pattern, but my notebook is over at the shop. I've got to bring it back with me. There we go. So that's that bit done. Like that. Hi Carolyn, how are you, love? You've just popped on briefly in here talking about the retreat. I was wondering if the Tuffet course details have been sent out. No, not yet, lovely, but they will. Hopefully this week they'll all be sent out, Han. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same as last time, but I'm sure, I think it's on Sarah's list to do this week, darling. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put a 6.5 down each side, like that. And I'm going to have to fudge it a little bit. And then a 8.5 top and bottom, like that. Okay, so what's happened here? Hang on, I'm going to trim that down just a weeny bit because I've definitely gone wrong somewhere. Oh, it's not. It's just because it's stretched a weeny bit. It's right against that. It's these corners. I stretched them a bit when I was ironing, which I shouldn't have done. So that one's going on there like that, and that one's going on there like that along the top. Okay. Yeah, the the tuffet details are pretty much exactly the same as last time, Han, because I know you came and did one last time, didn't you? But I'm sure Sarah will be sending them out this week for you, because it's not long now. There we go, all the way down that one. Need to book meals is an 11 o'clock start on the Saturday with the hall. Unfortunately, we can't get in before 11:15 because they have baby tap on a Saturday morning. But it's an 11 o'clock start on the Saturday, and then it's an earlier start on the Sunday. But we will get it all sent out for you, lovely, in the next few days. There we go. Sarah's got a class this Saturday. You've got to let her get that one out of the way first, because her brain will be focused on that one, all right? Right, I'm just going to quickly iron these out and then put the long ones on rather than change cameras, guys. Okay, give me a second. Just iron that out. And iron that one out there. There we go. And then I can put the long ones down the side like that. Now, we don't have a lot of accommodation now. That one's got a bit wonky, so I'm just going to square it up a weeny bit as I'm sewing. We don't have any accommodation at all in Dinas. There are no like hotels or Airbnbs or anything like that. But we have found out recently that there are Airbnbs in Penarth, which is just up the road from us, only like 3 miles away. So if you are staying over to any of our classes, give us a shout, because there's a couple of there's a Travelodge and a Premier Inn, which is about a 10-minute drive away. But there are now a couple of Airbnbs as well, which we've discovered have opened up in Penarth, which might be easier for some people. There we go. So, I didn't have to stretch this out when I was ironing. It's alright. Just fudging it. It's fine. There we go. Okay. 11's good. You're seeing Peter Kay on Friday in Birmingham, so can't drive down on Friday. Fair enough, lovely. Yeah, it's it gives you a bit more time in the morning, doesn't it, hun? There we go. So that's that one. And then gently press that one out. And there you go. Nobody would ever know that that was a little bit short, would they? Oh, let's just get rid of that thread there. And there's your little pumpkin block. Really, really quick. Now, you could make 4 of them, like I said, and put them together. So you could make a little cushion cover. You know, that would be a 16-inch cushion, which would be nice. Or I think it would be really cute as little, it's like a little table runner all in a row. You could swap them if you wanted to. You could do one upside down. If you wanted to, there's nothing stopping you actually making them a little bit more Halloween. And hang on, let me make some little eyes quickly. Could make, you could applique on, couldn't you? Some could applique on like your jack-o'-lantern eyes, like that. Like we've carved the pumpkin, and some little things. So you could applique some on if you wanted to make them like into proper little Halloween pumpkins. But I quite like them as they are, just as little autumnal decorations. Okay, so that's it. That's the little Halloween block. It's a super, super quick one today. Really quick little block to do. Like I said, the pattern is on the website already as a digital download. I've put it on there. Yeah, absolutely. I will. You're staying at the Premier Inn in Wenvo. Brilliant. Yeah, it is. It's not too bad, is it, that one? And it's what, a 10-minute drive away, that one. So it's not too far at all. You're in Cardiff Bay again. 10 minutes drive to do this. It is. Cardiff Bay is not too bad. But Penarth, there are a couple of there's about 4 or 5 Airbnbs opened up there, which might be worth, if there's a few of you going, that each other. That might be worth looking at, because we are sadly lacking in accommodation in Dinas, and I can't put you all up here because I haven't got room, because the boys are all still at home. Right, so little pumpkin block. patterns on the website. I will put on, I'll go straight back now, and I'll put on a little fat 8th bundle of the oranges with a green and a brown. Okay, so if you want to make them, I mean, out of a fat 8th, you're probably going to get about 12 of the little blocks out of it easily. You know, and then you can just add your own background fabric. I'll put that on as a daily deal for you guys, okay? And I will see you tomorrow, but I'll see you in the evening. We're going to do a 7 o'clock one. The quilt along's all finished now, but we can talk about that if you want to. But I've got a bag that I want to do with you, and it's a little bit of a longer one. And because we are, what's the word? Packing the van and everything during the day, it was easy to do an evening one. So I'll see you at 7 tomorrow. I'll see you in Harrogate, Eileen. Lovely. Kate, you think Fox's Den on Crosscommon Road is an Airbnb? Oh, right, okay. It's not coming up when you put Dennis into Airbnb. We were looking at it. I'll see you tomorrow evening too. Fab, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go because it's nice and quick and I'm just rabbiting on. I will see you all at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Take care, my darlings. Bye.